The jury came back with a verdict in the Hunter Biden gun case. Now, this case is about the fact that Hunter Biden purchased a firearm while being addicted to drugs or being an avid drug user. And we kind of knew that. I did not expect him to be found guilty because of intent. He didn't, most addicts, and I'm assuming he didn't as well, realize that he was an addict when he filled out the paperwork. And um, I don't think he intended to break the law when he made this purchase. Um, but the jury came back and they found him guilty on all three counts. I was surprised by that. But this is also an example of weaponization of government. Now, the right throws that around a lot about the prosecutions of Donald Trump, and I always say, well, there's evidence to prove he was a criminal. Well, there's evidence here too, and yes, Hunter Biden broke the law. The difference is they went looking on a fishing expedition trying to find any reason to charge Hunter Biden with anything in relation to a crime. When they were looking into this, the things that Donald Trump has been charged with, they were investigating specific crimes. They already had an idea of what the crime was when they started. Those two things are different. On top of it, that this is not a charge most people would have been charged of. Um, and there was a deal in place originally until Republican lawmakers basically publicly bashed the prosecutor for working out the deal and said they should take him to trial, and that's what ended up happening. But Hunter Biden has been found guilty. Sentencing will be like sometime in the next 120 days or so. Sentence date has not been put forward, has not been said whether or not Hunter will appeal. However, Joe Biden has said he will not pardon Hunter no matter what. And we'll see if he holds true to that. I do not expect Joe Biden to actually pardon Hunter. I believe he's going to stick by what he said. And we'll see how this plays out with the appeal process because, like I said, they already had a deal worked out, and I believe the judge in this case did not let Hunter and his team use that as part of their defense, saying, "Hey, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the fact that this other thing happened." But we have a verdict. Now the right's going to try to pin this on Joe Biden somehow and try to equate this to all of the criminal activity that Donald Trump has had. And one thing we need to remember is that Joe Biden is not the same as Hunter Biden. They're not the same person, even though they're father and son. And that just because Hunter did these things and now has a felony record, it is not the same as Joe having a felony record. I believe those of us on the left are actually smart enough to understand that, but we're going to be hearing about it all the way through the election and beyond.